Elk Grove Unified students, families, and staff. I'm Santi Pinkerton, Communications Director for the Elk Grove Unified School District.
And I'm Sandeep Dosanjh, also from the Elk Grove Unified School District Communications Department. Together, we are here to bring you another episode of EGU News.
Oh, you know what, by the way, before we get started, don't you love this new environment?
Yeah, I think it's great that we are chiming in from our own homes for this episode.
Exactly. So the purpose of this show is to keep you informed of important news, services, and developments during the COVID-19 school closures.
Yeah, and during the closures of our schools, we will provide regular EGU News broadcasts on our YouTube channel.
So please click on the subscribe at youtube.com/Elk Grove Unified.
And don't forget, if you want to be notified each time a new broadcast is uploaded, make sure you click on the notifications bell.
Yes. In Elk Grove Unified, we stand up for each other, even if it has to be 6 feet apart, as well as now, 16 miles apart.
Yes, and in Elk Grove Unified, our schools might have been closed since March 9th, but together we can get through this for another few weeks.
Absolutely. So our update today focuses on our district's launch of distance learning.
Yes, this week and going into next week, our teachers, technology services, and curriculum teams will be busy preparing for our launch of distance learning. All teachers are becoming acclimated to this new distance learning environment and participating in professional development.
The technology team is preparing a systematic approach and process for Chromebook checkout for students in need of a device, and that process will be communicated to parents soon, and we'll be asking people to only check out EGUSD Chromebooks if one is really needed, and it's one Chromebook per student.
We want to ensure that everyone who really needs one is able to get one. To conduct our distance learning program, you will just need a computer and internet. The computer can be a Windows, Mac, or a Chromebook, Linux, or even a simple iPad.
That's cool. In the curriculum department, specialists are preparing the instructional materials that will be accessed remotely. And as we noted yesterday, please be patient. While we aim for the best, expect that when we launch, it's going to be a little bumpy.
We want to reiterate that connectivity at home will be essential. As the district works to secure over 8,000 T-Mobile hotspots, Wi-Fi access will be limited to student access only. We encourage families who qualify to follow up with 3 internet providers in our area who are offering low cost or limited time, no cost service to qualifying families.
That's right. And I'll tell you who those providers are. So the providers and programs are Comcast Essentials, AT&T Access, and Consolidated Communications. And in our broadcast here, you'll have the link to more information where you can get that information. Now, the advantage of using one of the providers is that relying on a district hotspot, only the student will be able to use the internet connection. So the sooner you're able to get connected, the sooner your students will be able to start to access materials, even our enrichment materials that we have online already.
Thank you, Santi. And the crisis we face in our community with COVID-19 remains to be a threat. And as educators, we realize that students have had a major disruption in their learning schedule. Ensuring that every student receives high quality instruction is one of our main goals, alongside student wellness and family and community engagement.
Thank you, Sandeep. And with that in mind, we appreciate all of the parents who have been working with their students to keep on their studies during this gap. When we begin with distance learning, our teachers, counselors, and administrators will all be lending their expertise in student learning to help close any learning gaps that might have been there.
That's right. Until we are ready to launch distance learning, check out some links that will be on the screen to help with online enrichment and fun activities. And remember that social and emotional learning continues to be important, especially during this disruption. And there are activities you can initiate to help build healthy bodies, healthy minds, and healthy learning at home.
Exactly. So the Elk Grove Unified Distance Learning Launch Plan timeline is as follows. And hopefully you can see this on your screen. But basically, it's from March 25th to April 3rd. We're working on distance learning preparation. From April 6th to April 10th, it's spring break. It's a non-instructional week. Then from April 13th to April 15th, we're going to continue with distance learning preparation. And then on April 16th to May 29th, the secondary instruction will be going live with distance learning. Then April 20th, all the way through to May 29th, the elementary school instruction goes live with distance learning. Last but not least, Sandeep, what's your favorite date?
May 29th, 2020, end of the school year for all Elk Grove Unified students.
Awesome. And I just want to also just add in there one more reiteration that we will be sending out information about the Chromebooks and the deployment of Chromebooks. So stay tuned for that. It'll be during our preparation phase.
So let's switch gears a little bit. We've been talking about distance learning, but what can students do at home, or what can parents do to help their students be prepared with a healthy learning environment? Let's check out what some students are doing right here.
Hi, I'm Maddie, and this is our setup for distance learning. This is my little sister Kayla, and this is her work area. I have a separate one because we can't be together because we're pretty funny together, so can't distract each other. We need a focused workspace. It's important that you have a setup facing towards the wall so there's no person able to walk behind you when you're on your Zoom chats with your teacher. It's also important that you don't pick up your computer and walk around. You need to stay put and do your work. Also, it's important to have all your supplies out, all your pencils, scratch paper, books, notebook, also some snacks if you get hungry. It's nice to have, and her glasses if you wear glasses. It's important to tell your family that you're working so they don't disrupt you and you have your space, quiet. It's very important to keep your animals out so they don't distract you because we have a cute little dog, and whenever she comes over, we're always busy and playing with her, and it distracts us from all of our work. So we've learned to keep them out. And we use alarms and calendars, but we use them on our phone since we don't have the actual thing. And it's easier for me, I'd say. It's also important to not rush through your work and to pace yourself and to know where you are, and if you have any questions to ask your teacher because they do not mind whatsoever and would love to help you however they can. And that's pretty much it for our distance learning.
That's our setup for distant learning in our house. I have to go. I have a Zoom meeting with my teacher.
I love that distance learning setup. It was a great environment already. So looking forward to more, and hopefully we'll see more examples of what students are doing as well as what our teachers are doing to get ready at home. So as part of our update, we wanted to also make sure you had the latest from either the county and or the state. And while the county doesn't have an update for today, the California does. So the California Department of Public Health today announced the most recent statistics on COVID-19. California now has 2,535 confirmed cases. The increase in testing numbers reported today largely come from commercial, provider, and academic labs that have increased testing capacity. And those are included in this count. So that also includes Quest, LabCorp, Kaiser, University of California, and Stanford. So for more information on COVID-19 and California's response, please visit the California Department of Public Health website, shown below.
Thank you, Zanti. We ask that all residents continue to hashtag stay at home and pay attention to the state and county orders of stricter social distancing measures that we're practicing today with Zoom, and self-isolation if symptomatic of the COVID-19 virus.
Yes, and I want to go back just a little bit to remember that we want to thank everyone for their support, that we want to, keep up with our daily communications, and we want you to always tune in and look for it. Usually it's in the evening. You just have to go to www.egusd.net to go and find your parent updates. And then don't forget also that we still have those drive-through grab and go meal services at, I think it's now 34 locations, and hopefully we'll be able to add more. Also, we have our Elk Grove Unified School District Family Resources page, which is also going to be linked down below. That's where you can find a lot of those enrichment and social and emotional learning activities that you could do at home already right now. And then last but not least, there's also some information that we have on the daycare providers that we partner with. That information is also linked. It's found at the websites for CDI, CDC, as well as for Champions.
Thank you for that, Zanti.
Absolutely. So, we want to thank you, Elk Grove Unified, for your patience during these uncertain times. We will get through this together.
Thank you so much today for joining us, and we'll see you on the next episode of EGU News.
I'm Santi Pinkerton. Thanks for watching.
And I'm Sandeep Dosanjh. We'll see you again soon.